Hey guys, what's up? Overloaded here, and I wanted to do a beginner's guide video for Total Miner. I was getting the feeling that some of my friends who picked up the trial game were getting a little frustrated just sheerly because of the lack of good information for this game. The Wikipedia is basically blank right now, and the website really doesn't offer a whole lot of information as far as like crafting recipes and stuff if you haven't found them yet, which I'll talk about in a second. But anyway, let's go ahead and I'll start here. That's kind of obvious. Exit. Credits. That's just the credits for the game. Obviously, it's nothing fancy. But then there's share, and this is the Xbox Live multiplayer mode, which doesn't really work right now. It's going to be patched this upcoming Saturday, but for now it doesn't work. So as at the time of recording this video, it doesn't work as far as I understand it. And then go to play, and this is where you go into your world. I've got two worlds here. You can have up to, I think it's 2 gigabytes, I believe, of total stored space of worlds, which if you look there on the right hand side of these two files, the file sizes are quite small, so you can imagine, you know, filling up 2 gigs worth of worlds. That's quite a lot of worlds. So moving along, we're gonna go in and go into World 2, and this is going to take a while to save, which I'm assuming just helps keep the game running smoothly, so I'm going to cut the rest of this out and I will get back to you in a second. Okay, and we're back. So that loading screen does take a little bit. It's about 1 or 2 minutes. But so here we are, and this is your game. Well, not yours, this is my game, but this is what the world looks like. It's not too big as far as size goes, but where this game really shines is in the depth of the world, and I'll get to that in a second. We'll go ahead and start off with the basics here. So you're going to start off close to these 2 shop blocks, and this is going to be your initial starting place, but the game will restart every time wherever you left off. So just keep that in mind. Before I go any further, I wanted to point out something really obvious that's in the menu that I don't think a lot of people are going to. It's the how to. Here you press start and you go to here, how to, and it's got all this good information in here. You've got your general, you just scroll down, and it's got all the good information that you need to start off. If you got some what you might think basic questions, go look here first. There's a lot of good info in here. So you got everything: general, getting started, shopping, blueprints, crafting, the workbench, which is, I'll show you that here in a second, the furnace, tools, and multiplayer, which isn't available yet at the time of this recording, so just keep that in mind. So moving along, so yeah, you're going to start off next to these shops, and there's 2 different shops here, and it's these 2 blocks. You go in and you hit your left trigger, left trigger, and so this one on your right is going to be what I would consider a materials shop. You can come in, and once you discover materials, this is where they will show up. So you've got just basically, this is woven leaves, I'll talk about that later, glass, and to navigate left and right you use your triggers. And there's only 2 pages right now of stuff. This is more of like decorative stuff here. So that's that one, and we're going to go over here, and you can see this one's got the little tool symbol here, and this is more of along the lines of items, and these will show up as you discover or craft them in the game. This is a workbench, just other things here. Torches. Torches are kind of expensive, but it's easier to make them from coal, and we'll go over that here in a second. Food, here's fish. I'm assuming There's going to be more added later on. We'll just have to wait and see. This game will be updated regularly for anybody who does want to know. So that is the shops. Now I want to talk about the game HUD, which is just what you see here. On the top left is your map, and the map shows you what is directly ahead of you in a 1 block wide area. So here you'll see I'm going to start going to the right, and you can see it's changing. And there, you see the leaves just showed up too. So it's what's directly in front of you for a 1 block wide area. And I want to show you how this is very useful for finding materials when you're going and looking for things like coal and iron and whatnot. The bottom left hand corner, you'll see a couple of different things. One, you'll see the spinning arrow here, and that arrow points you in the direction of crafting recipes, which I've got one right over here. And the closer you get to it, the faster the arrow spins. So let's see what we got. An iron sword. So you can see there, that's the recipe for an iron sword. You got 1 stick and 2 pieces of iron. And I'll show you how useful this crafting recipe idea is later on for Xbox gameplay, since you don't have a mouse and keyboard. It makes it a lot easier. On the 1 block next to that, you can see it's the shape of a pickaxe, which is what I have in my right hand here. And below that is a little green bar, and the green bar indicates the health of the tool that you're using at the time. So it's just kind of like a FYI, how much life you have left for using that. Now below those 2 things is a red bar, and the red bar is your personal health. And you take damage from, say, jumping too far, or there's also monsters that you run into that can also hurt and kill you. Below that, if you see depth and a number next to that, right now I'm at depth 45. This is how many blocks down you are in the world. Now, someone pointed out to me, I've heard this a couple times now, that this game is over 2,000 blocks deep, or meters deep. That's pretty deep. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of stuff to explore underneath the surface. Lots of caves, and it goes on for a long time. Let's see. And also your world name is underneath depth, just for reference. I don't think that's really useful too much right now, but anyway, as you can see right here, this is an obsidian block, and you start off with that. What you want to do is hit your D-pad, any direction will do, and then you just navigate through. This is your personal inventory, what you have on you. And you can see here I've got clay. Clay can be used to make bricks, and I'll talk about crafting here in a second. So there's your pickaxe, there's my blueprint for my wooden sword, and you also start off with 1,000 gold pieces, and that's for the shops if you want to buy some tools and whatnot. So we'll start off with some more basic stuff here. I'm going to cut down this tree, and we're going to make some wood planks and sticks and make some tools. Just some very basic tools like the shovel and a axe for cutting down trees, because the pickaxe works, but an actual axe is much faster. So what you're going to do is hit the select button, and this will bring up your personal crafting menu. This is not the crafting block, this is just your personal crafting menu. So take those, select A on the wood, place it down, select A again, and there in the product box we have wood planks. Go ahead and just keep tapping A. So there we've got 16 wood planks. And what you can do again is put these planks back into your crafting block area, and there in the product box we see we have sticks now. So we'll get some sticks, put those there, and take that right there, and we're going to hit the X button while it's in the materials, and that will place down 1 single piece of that material we have selected. And I don't know, oh, I think a tree just grew in front of me. I think this was probably a glitch. So I'm going to try and keep paying attention as okay. So in the product box now we have 4 wood planks. Remember, you grab your material you want to use, and you hit X to go in. And the product there we have is a workbench, so we'll go ahead and get that. Put that in our inventory and hit B.